Nashville and Muscle Shoals. A lot of people hear the destination Muscle Shoals, and they only know it's an important place in musical history. Could you talk about Muscle Shoals as in terms of growing up there?
I grew up running around studios like Fame and Muscle Shoals Sound, and didn't really quite understand the gravity of that until I got older, and I realized how unique that was that I got to do that. It's funny, I go on tour around the world, and people will say, "Have you ever heard of the studio Fame?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure have. I've heard of that one," you know. And people like Rick Hall, that were such an important part of musical history in general, you know, as someone that, for me as a friend, you know. And so I think it was a very unique setting because these people that are legends, I think, you know, are really taken for granted down there in a lot of ways. And until the documentary came out, I don't really know that people, and even myself, knew really what happened unless you were there experiencing it, you know. And so the Muscle Shoals sound to me is something that's very different than it is to people who grew up in the 70s there. For me, it's what happened in the 90s down there. You know? This is a special song. I wrote this one for my little boy Jackson. So this one goes out to him tonight. I lived in Muscle Shoals for all of 16 years. In 9th grade in the fall is when I had my first kiss. In the church across parking lot, praying that we wouldn't get caught. And funny how those memories just start to fade, and just a little at a time. I wanna go back to my life in black and white. The house up on Sterling Street is where I learned to catch a ball. And underneath that willow tree is where I buried my first doll. I sneak out onto the roof and smoke a cigarette or two. But funny how those memories just start to fade, just a little at a time. I wanna go back to my life in black and white. Now I'm a hero too, a boy that's barely 5. I asked God to see him through, each and every night. The shoebox under his bed is where he keeps his rocks, he says. But funny how those memories will start to fade. Just a little at a time, and he'll wanna go back to his life in black and white. Oh, in black and white. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all having me tonight.